Sorry if the camera's a bit wonky, it's just tripod is cheap and old. Anyway, so let's just get to the point of the fucking video. Being transgender isn't a mental illness. Why does this need to be brought up? Because apparently when Trump releases any type of legislation, the poor bastards keep on being dragged into the fucking drama. Like, I mean, I honestly don't pay attention. It's just when an entire group of people get banned from a specific type of job, it's quite a worrying sign. And even then, that's not the topic of this video. Like, me going on about Trump's legislation isn't going to stop Trump's legislation. He's already in office, and it's the most far-right government in fucking years. So his policies are more likely to get through. Of course, why is it a right thing to be fucking racist? I'll never fucking know. In fact, no, it's not exclusively right. It's just right thinks whites are better and left thinks they're fucking scum, which is all fine and dandy. Glad we can agree on something. No, but really though, with all of the Trump supporters who are defending, well, no, not even Trump supporters, just people defending the actions of banning an entire group of people, here's what they say: being transgender is a mental illness. Like, no, it's a genetic disorder. It's having both the genitals of both genders. It's not growing any at all. It's having female hormones in the male body. It's having male hormones in the female body. It's a mishmash of the above. It's missing a chromosome. It's having extra chromosomes. It's shit like that. It's a genetic disorder. Yes, it can have effects on the brain, especially since hormones affect how your entire fucking body works, including your brain. But just because it affects the brain doesn't mean that it's a pure brain issue. It means that it's a entire body one that affects your brain. It's like saying starvation is a mental disorder because it hinders the ability for your brain to process when your body runs out of glycogen. So, and you know, right before the cannibalistic stage where your brain just goes, you know what, fuck it, there's no fat in the body, I'm cannibalizing the other cells. Which, strange how the brain takes priority, isn't it? It's like it's the most important organ. Nah, but seriously though, it is pretty fucking retarded. Like, now of course, that isn't the first offence, but it's the greatest misconception being spread about by this fucking thing. It's a genetic disorder. It's not a mental illness. A mental illness would be like fucking rabies. You know, something which fucks up your brain so much that it starts making your mouth froth out to the point where your brain thinks you're going to drown from the saliva, so you can't drink anymore. That would be a direct mental illness. Hell, from what you're saying, that improper hormones going to your brain, that autism could be a mental, well, yeah, but I'll get back to the autistics. And then you know, No, you could say that having a brain tumour is a mental illness because, it doesn't affect how your brain works because, it's something that's not meant to be in your brain, even though the rest of your brain is wired correctly. Or how about, oh yeah, your brain works, but it's wired incorrectly, so autism is now mental illness. Okay, even if it was, is it really okay to be banning people from the military for set reason? Like, people are saying, oh, they have higher depression rates. So, what? Because women get high depression rates, does that mean that they need to be banned from the military as well? Do white men need to be banned from the military because they have higher suicide rates? Because generally, if people are fucking depressed with their fucking lives and they're going to do something that is going to kill them anyway, but it at least serves the country, you might as well make them not die in fucking vain in their fucking closet with a noose on their head. Around their neck. Yeah, pretty dark example, but it's like, would you rather them fucking defending the country, or would you rather them destroying their own lives for no fucking reason because society thinks of them in such a low fucking manner? No, let them fucking die for your country instead of die by themselves. I don't have a high viewpoint of the military, okay? But, even, it's choosing to die for a country that picks wars for no fucking reason. The war on terrorism. Guess what? Europeans and Britain has... no, but seriously. America doesn't deal with the bulk of it. Europe deals with the bulk of it. Hell, not even Europe. It's the countries which are the source problem which are dealing with it the most, because these terrorist groups start off inside these countries and then they start off by bombing civilians and then they get bigger and then, oh look, we're big enough to infiltrate the countries. What's the closest country? Russia, the most powerful military force in the world, even trumping America, or Europe, many divided countries. Let's fly over to Europe. It's pretty fucking dark, and I'm not saying we need stronger border protection, which we need to allow more civilians through, but there needs to be more intensive checks. But to do that, we need more fucking police and that. So yeah, don't become militants, become fucking policemen. Or women, or police people, I guess. Or Zabiladobs. I don't know. Political correctness. Yeah. But anyway. Saying that someone can't go to the military because they're more likely to suffer from depression. Most people suffer from depression, and most people take medication for that fucking illness, for that brain state, that very complex thing which can make you either sad all the time or just emotionless or some mix of the two or something completely fucking different. I've seen many fucking forms of depressed people and it's not fun. Anyway. Just taking medication. Yeah, I have... Yeah, taking medication like flu shots. That's a type of medication. Stopping you from getting allergic to shit. So what if if you're allergic to, so, you know, if you get hay fever, sorry, you have to take medication for that so you don't end up sneezing yourself to fucking death. Sorry, let's just go get, or, you know, autistic. Sorry, your brain isn't quite wired the same way as ours. You can't serve our country. Or, you know, oh, sorry, you have a mental illness. Like, you know, this probably sounds quite bad to say, but honestly, it's in contrast to people saying that a fucking group of people aren't allowed to join the military, so I think it's quite appropriate. But you're saying that people with mental illness, deficiencies, or, you know, anything like that shouldn't be joining the military. Well, when the military doesn't even serve America that often. Like, it's the police which are protecting you. It's the SWAT teams which are doing the heavy duty work. It's the FBI doing the surveillance. What's the army doing? They're training, taking up the largest amount of budget inside of your country, stopping shit like school funding, stopping shit like universal healthcare, stopping shit like that so they can go fight wars inside of different fucking countries which have fuck all to do with them when there is actual terrorism going on inside their country. Like, remember all of the shootings that happen on a fucking monthly basis. Even more so in some places. Maybe. Yeah, and then of course, with that, it's breeding a mentality. Very dangerous one. It's like, oh yeah, I saw some crazy person with a gun. Whoa. That's why I carry a gun, to protect myself from crazy people. Like, I know this is a massive tangent. I'll make a video about it on itself, so sorry for the repeat if you end up watching both, which is highly unlikely because of the view counts. But, you're paranoid about people with guns, so you're bringing a gun with you. Like, seriously, what the fuck? Why don't people see the problem with that? It's like, I'm paranoid about people with guns, so I'm bringing a gun, when most people which are dangerous with guns are fucking paranoid, which, bringing a gun because you're paranoid, guess what? You become a paranoid person with a gun. You become the thing that you're fucking scared of. Don't bring a gun with you. I know, bring a knife, but no, not that. Wear a bulletproof vest so if you get shot, you can live from the shot. And then, I know, now maybe do bring a gun in that case. But if you really think your quick draw is going to be faster than someone already pointing a gun at you, then I'm sorry, unless they're going on a shooting rampage where bringing a gun with you, it's literally just a matter of time of whether or not they can shoot everyone down before they can draw their guns and fire. Like, that's a massive tangent. But, you know, if you want to serve your country, just do police thing. Like, it's just as dangerous, and you aren't being shipped off to foreign countries. Like, I mean, I could understand it a bit more for Europe, since there is far more of an external terrorism threat instead of the abysmally high rate of fucking shootings and that from fucking American citizens. Like, it's not people from Islam moving over to you and then blowing themselves up. No, it's people within your fucking country cracking and then going over to the gun store and starting some shit. It's really fucked. And you know, with many people going on about, oh yeah, people don't care about suicides and that, and like, you know, people, and here, you know what, getting back on topic, many people are going on about like, it's not safe for them to do this because mental illness, they have to take medication, shit like that. But, you know, worrying about stuff like that, that should be a cause for concern. Medication is designed to make people function properly. Taking medication isn't inherently a bad thing. In fact, if anything, at least if it's the correct medication, or at least a medication that works with minimal side effects, that's a good thing. And, you know, if you were really worried about transgender people, you wouldn't be worried about the fact that they're serving in the military. You would be worried for the thousands, if not millions, I have no idea about the statistics, I don't fucking care to look it up. Like, again, I don't care about the military, especially not the American one. So, you know, it's just, you would care about people losing their lives. Oh god. Thank you, Jazz. Anyway. You're annoying dog, you know that? Yeah, anyway, getting back on topic. You would be caring about people losing their fucking jobs and not the fact that someone is allowed to serve the military even though they have this specification. If it was okay with Obama for these people to serve the army, then either he's allowing people to be shipped off to die, or you know, it's an actual equality thing that fucking matters. Like, seriously, I just hate these fucking people. Like, you know, saying that it's unsafe for people with mental illness to go into the military. I could see your point, but again, you have to be pretty fucking dim to think that fighting a threat that is targeting someone else and not you is a good idea. Like, sure, they could move on to you, but you have to... But you have the second largest military threat in the world. And even then there's far bigger problems inside your own country. Like, who cares about Islamic terrorists when your fucking neighbour who's been suffering for years is about to fucking snap and shoot up your neighbourhood? Like, I know stuff like that is becoming a meme, and, you know, dark humour and that's kind of an interesting topic. I want to talk about it, but it's scary. Who cares? Like, your nation isn't the best in the world. It has aspects which are better than ours, like your fucking economy, where most of your money is traded outside of the US rather than inside, because it's just that stable of a fucking currency that other countries want to get in on that bullshit. Other than, you know, unlike Britain, which is like, the euro, fuck off with that bullshit. We have our own Great British Pound. You know, measure that, you fat fucks. You used to measure yourself. We use stone, which one stone is 14 pounds. And it uses the points in pounds. No. I really need to keep this serious. You know what? I just need to finish up this video because I'm leaving for work in 10 minutes. Why? I just have to ask why. Why is it an issue for someone who isn't fully there but is medicated to... Yeah, why is it a problem for someone who is medicated to go into the military? The medication's purpose is to fix people, to make them not fucked in the head. And it's the people who forget to use their medication, the people who don't get medicated at all, who are the people who are actually threats to you and to their own safety. Like, again, fucking shooting rates. Like, I'm not gonna blame gun control though. These snapped people being able to get a hold of guns is definitely not a good idea. But before you can... But you know, gun control should be a measure to controlling rather than a solution. Like, you know, you stop guns from being publicly bought, there's a black market. No, what you need to do is fix the problem. Don't just point fingers saying guns don't kill people. People kill people. Because, you know, I can kill someone with a punch rather than a fucking gunshot. But, you know, blaming video games or blaming violent movies, like other countries survive, like other countries with very little gun control can survive with those fucking things. And it's like, you have a scary high shooting rate, there's something more going on. Maybe instead of saying whether or not trans people can go to the army, you should probably work on fixing the fact that people are killing other people in your own fucking country by snapping and with firearms they brought from their local fucking gun shop. Like, I don't know. This is a British person's perspective, but generally, outside perspectives tend to have a little more clarity since they're not blinded by shit like patriotism or their fucking religion and that. Just so you know, I'm atheist. Get ready to hate me. Nah. But really, these people, I have no respect for them. They can't even be bothered to fucking... Like, these people don't even know what transgender is. These people think it's a mental illness. I should have done that ages ago. These people think it's a mental illness instead of a fucking gender disorder. They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. If they can't even get simple facts straight, then how the fuck are they meant to decide what is right or wrong for the people they don't know fuck all about? It's retarded. Also, Trump, he's not watching it. So, about Trump, yes, it's fucked up that he would do this. But really, he's just a fucking American stereotype personified. Like, you know. No, he's like the overweight redneck of the fucking political world. Like, you know, he's pretty much an example of what people use to laugh at America. Like, you know, it's just shit. It's just shit. And the fact that people voted for him, like, I know Hillary won the popular vote and the electoral college made him win. That is a very big issue of its own. But even then, he was still one of the top two when the fucking top two were infinitely more hated than the third party votes, which nobody goes because strategic voting, even though the only reason why they can fucking win is because you vote for them. If you don't vote for them, they don't get your fucking vote to fucking win. Why? Strategic voting is fucking retarded. Like, sure, your choice is more likely to win, but you're picking the least. But you're picking the least of two evils. You're still voting for something you don't fucking want, you morons. The whole point of voting is to make sure the person you want gets into office, instead of the person who's more likely to get into office getting into office. That's not, it's more akin to fucking dictatorship. I know that's a bit exaggerating and it doesn't exactly work. But it's like, instead of the choice of all of these different types of people, instead you're just stuck between these two people. It's like, I know, in the kingdom somewhat twins were born, and instead of the normal becoming king when the king dies, they just can't decide. So instead they go, hey people, pick between these two fucking fuckwits. Yeah, I better be gone now. But you know, either way, you're ending up with a fucking prince who has no interest in your policies. It's like, Hillary was pandering so fucking much to the millennials, and clearly it worked since she won the popular vote, but then the electoral college done its fucking bullshit. Why does the electoral college exist? Like, I mean, giving some people more voting power depending on where they live, like you know, it would make sense doing state by state thing for a state representative. Like, it has fuck all to do with Texas, where I want to say California, but no, that's a city, not state. Or is it? I don't know. I really need to remember more fucking state names. Like, I know, something like Puerto Rico. Oh yeah, the territories don't even get a fucking vote, do they? That's even more fucked up. Alright, yeah, let's just end it on that note, shall we?